What's that word? We going over what I was thinking today. Winning 1598, so about $1,600. Basically coming into market open. I didn't really see a reason to go back up here due to the fact that coming into the day, I had seen that during Asia session we got Asia session here, and then we got wait, this is the day before. What's the day? Oh no, that's right. And then we have London session here. So the high of Asia session is here, and the low of Asia session is here. As we can see that market had came up, and we had already took out it took out the high of the session during the session, so that shit is out. And then during London session, we had came down and we took out Asia session low. Cool, it's out. So I'm not even focused on this no more. So typically when that happens, when we take out the high and the low, we usually continue in the last direction that London session was already going in. So since London was already coming down, which was to take out Asia session's low, I was like, all right, bet we're gonna continue down to take out yesterday's low. Cool. Why did I think that? First of all, when we go back on the chart, like it's no real reason for market to come up here right now. Like we didn't sweep we didn't sweep anything. And we in a downtrend. That's number one. We in a downtrend. So it was like, what reason do the market have to turn around? Because it's already down here. It don't have no reason to turn around. Like there's not a significant low. The next significant low is here to sweep and then continue up. Because the market got to take liquidity to move, basically. Whether it's up or down, they got to sweep liquidity in one of the directions. So cool. Boom. We done with that. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm already like, I'm selling because, like I said, we don't have no gaps. We don't have no gaps to attack except for this one here. But it was like not checked because once again, we are in a downtrend. So since we're in the downtrend, we focus on everything down. With that being the downtrend, we were where could the market go to potentially be like, all right, done. We done going in this direction. Let's go to the next direction. And I said, here, as long as we selling, we are going to take out this liquidity here. So cool. So boom. Now at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on my entry at this point. And what I figured is with trading, you know how they say it's mind over matter. The mind is telling me money, 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 quick, 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 get rich tomorrow. That's what the mind is telling me. The matter is follow the strategy, and whatever happens, happens. I already know what I know. I'm like, it's going down. I got my target. The only thing now, strategy. Stick to strategy. Whatever happens beyond my strategy is beyond me. I know my strategy work. I know what I'm targeting. I know how I get my entry to confirm my continuation. So it's like no matter what I'm thinking, like, oh, the market leaving me or whatever, that's beyond me. The only thing I'm focused on, sticking to my strategy. Boom. So how did that happen? Because does my strategy present itself? Absolutely. How? Cool. We get into it. Market open. Market open. Boom. So first of all, we make this low. We get some liquidity down here. We got this high here. What makes me think that we're not going in the opposite direction once it sweep this liquidity here? Because usually you see this big wick right here. This wick, people are like, oh, this is real strong resistance zone. It's gonna go in the opposite direction. No, that's not what I think. What I think is as long as on a 15-minute chart, we don't go above here, if we don't break above here and close above here, this 15-minute high on the 5-minute, I'm gonna continue bearish. So I won't bear. Bear, that's it. I want to go down. So, boom. What do we have? We got market chop a little bit. It comes up in this direction. So first of all, what I'm focused on is this is the swing high. This is now the swing low. Boom. So the way I find my entry is basically a sweep. I guess you could say a sweep of liquidity. then a breaker structure, then equilibrium, order block, fair value gap. And the 4 things I need to see. What do I already see? We have a breaker structure. Because this was the what we got a down and a up. This was the low. We break below, so we break the structure. Cool. Now it's coming back. What do we get? We get equilibrium. We get equilibrium. Also, what we also kind of get is, I guess you could say this is an order block right here. We also get this. So it's coming in this direction. Why does order block matter? The market remembers in this area, I broke structure to the downside, or I broke structure upward. It remembers at this point, oh yeah, we came up here. Well, it ain't nothing to see. We finna go back. We finna go back in the opposite direction. So cool. I'm like, all right, boom. So now I'm just waiting for it to happen. So now at this point, because we don't get no fair value gap, except for this one here, but this is pre-market. This fair value gap here was continuation confluence. But cool. During the market, we come into equilibrium. So what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on an inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute or a breaker structure. Those are my 2 things for entry. We already didn't complete all the other steps. So what do we get? I'm waiting for currently right now. We got this up, down. We got this down, then up. What's the lowest of these 2 candles? This one here. So boom, this is my low right here. If we break below here, that's my breaker structure. Am I waiting? Boom, we don't get it there. Where's my low? My low is here now because we have a down and an up. When you're looking for a low, you look for a down candle and an up candle. And you take the lowest of those 2 candles, and then that's your low. The lowest of these 2 candles here is this one. So this is my low. So I'm waiting. What do we get? That's still my low. Boom, we break it. We break the low right here. So then boom. What am I waiting on? I'm like, this candle too goddamn long. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't getting in right there. I was like, I want the best entry possible. Like I want it close. I was gonna get in because I got my confirmation to get in. I want it in this vicinity though. This is why I want to take it. This is why I want to take it. So once it comes back a little bit, I'm just wait. It came back a little bit, boom, I enter. This is why I enter at. I enter my short about right here. I just waited till it came in this area. So I entered about right here. When I put my stop. I like to put my stop above the second highest, the second high. So this is the first one. And the next high that we got that's above this high is this one. So what do? I put my stop loss here. Where am I targeting? I'm targeting here. Boom. So what we get? We get a bunch of playing. The market was playing for a little minute. It was playing. It came back. It was coming back. It was doing all this. It was doing this for a minute. But at the end of the day, this is beyond me. I'll follow my strategy. I did my part. Now as for this, it's the market turn. It's rather either to go in my direction or not. That's the thing I have to focus on because let it would have been any other mindset, I would have closed right when this market came right here. I would have came right here. As soon as it was coming back, I'm like, I don't want to lose money. Let me close. You know what I'm saying? Or when people be in, when they had drawdown, they be like, all right, it's finna go in the opposite direction. Let me close early. So then if I would have closed, I would have never got my, I never would have, finished with a win today. So what we get? Boom, the market played. But it's cool though. I'm still holding it. I believe. Boom. We're done. Done. Just like that. That's how I won the trade.